when we get some time in between all of it, it's important for both of us and for the kids to be social. We're really social people and we like spending time with our friends and family. And so this week has just been about spending time with my family, with my kids, with my dogs, and also with good friends. Dinner time. We're barbecuing at this little water today with our friends and all the kids. Super nice. My least favorite thing about Finnmark? Mosquito season. It's horrible. Kom her du, Simma. Kan vi gå rundt? One of the best things about days like these is that the kids learn to figure out how to play outside by themselves. Like Sigrid is picking up big rocks to throw in the water, and here is picking pine cones. It's really good that they do this for their imagination and not only sitting inside and watching TV or iPad or phone. Now Göran is getting the ATV inside the big play yard for the dogs because he's going to pick up the big rocks. And while he's doing that, we can have the girls out for some free running because they're going to work tomorrow in Hammerfest, where we have a big booking of 20 people for the Husky hike. That involves using 10 dogs in total. So it's a good booking, but it takes some work, of course. So now let's see if the girls wants to go out running. So they live together in a dog yard. But as soon as they come into the play yard, they start challenging each other for some reason. Now let's let out some more of the girls. So that's almost all of my girls. I have the two newbies here, because letting them out means that I really have to pay attention together with the other girls. And it's already enough here bitching. Some of them is not even done with their heat, which makes it extra, bitching. But it's really good for them to free run and form the pack together. And Göran is of course watching them. But the boys are jealous. You can run later, boys, not with the girls now. Look how much they love it. Running. And this is why we have this big play yard for them, so they can run and enjoy. And here we can see what Göran is up to. Gathering rocks, which it's shitloads of in here. So this is going to be a little bit of a project. But when he picks up all these big rocks, it's possible to cut the lawn in here and make it nice and green. The dogs are trying to help a little bit. I'm trying to help a little bit, but there's rocks everywhere. And dogs are still enjoying their free time, and Wilma is watching the dogs. Today it's back to Hammerfest again. Now it's Janne's turn. We have 20 people booked for a Husky hike with a cruise ship in Hammerfest. And she has the car full of dogs. Apparently she locked it. See here. She has 8 dogs with her, plus the 2 we have in Hammerfest from before. So in total they have 10 dogs that they're going to share on the 20 guests. So it's Jan and Jakob guiding. Luckily she has her driver's license, so she can drive herself. So I can actually have the day off with my kids. And when I say a day off with my kids, of course the first thing we do is go feed the dogs that are left here. The thing is, when you have like almost 40 dogs, a day off is maybe defined a little bit different than other people having a day off from work. My dogs eat every day, 365 days a year. And if they don't eat food, they anyway need water and attending. So my girls get taught that we have to go out absolutely every day, just like living on a farm with farm animals. They also need tending every day. What do your kids do in the morning before kindergarten? Watch TV? Play? Sleep? Well, this is what my kids do. Trying to film the morning feeding. When the Zuma follows, the Huskies go ballistic. What is that? What is that? What is that? But now he's outside with Sigrid, so I'll give them some nice meat, frozen meat for breakfast. Mofta! Mofta! Gå nu. Well, I vet ikke. One of the dogs took a bird. The bird are stealing the dog food. And it looks like this one had some competition from a Njaibo Mofte. And the kids are very fascinated. Now the snow has almost melted. It's just this little bit left. So I have to go over the ground to see where it's defrosted. We have these 2 fire pans where guests can come and barbecue during winter. And of course sometimes things is left on the floor. And it's always these little white ones to open the package of bread for the hot dogs. And so many of them. Look at this. It's not good if the dogs get these to eat, and the puppies could think it's food and try and get them stuck. So then we have to pick them all up. Imagine we lost these many, even if we have a trash bag here when we have guests. They're so small and so easy to lose. Oh, here's another one. Aye. Now the youngsters are discussing over there. Out for some fresh air. I'm walking Wilma and Sigrid is walking her little puppy in the trolley. We've been doing house chores all day because I'm gonna work away all week this week. So then I need to get the house up and tidy, sort some stuff, clean some clothes. You know, all the stuff that isn't Göran's favorite. He just leaves it for me to come back home again. Is it just me? Or is all men like that? I hope there are some exceptions out there. I heard a saying once, saying that you should live somewhere making going on holiday unnecessary. And I do sometimes go on holiday, most to visit my family who lives further south in Norway. But living like this eliminates a lot of the holiday need for sure. So this is how my kids growing up. Out in the forest, we have our own little track here, leading all the way around the farm with our own little stream. Now the trees are just starting to get green again after winter. So this phase is going to be a nice little forest in just a few weeks. so we can walk around and enjoy. It's about 80 meters or something through the forest to our house, and we still have some land on this side of the stream as well. So it's a big play area for the kids and for the dogs, and just basically a nice place to grow up. And it was also important for me then when I first had Ronja. Even if she has an older sister, she doesn't live with us, she lives with her mom. So I needed her to get a sibling so that they can play with each other when we're not hanging around with the other families with kids. We're living in quite a small place, so in their kindergarten there are only 4 kids right now, 2 of them being them. Kanskje mamma må ta den?
Ja.
Tar dere Vilma da?
Ja. Nå må jeg sykle. Sigrid, du kan sykle, og så jeg tar vognen, og så mamma. Mamma tar en vogn. Jeg kan ta Vilma, og så du den der vognen.
So they wanted to trade. Now Sigrid is biking. They wanted me to take Sigrid's trolley, and Ronja is taking Wilma. So the whole track around the farm is actually 1 kilometer long, and we use it to train the dogs. For example, the first week of the moose hunting season, we try to stay here instead of going out in the forest, letting the moose hunters have their fun. But in general, sometimes also it could be slippery or something, or that we just use this track to train commands on the dogs. Sitter du fast? Nej då, mamma ska hjälpa dig. She got this far and needed a little bit of help, but that was quite good. Hey, Wilma. So here we are coming up to one of our little intersections where we can choose which direction to go. And this is really good when we're training new command leaders. So we can go straight or to the right. And if you come from the other direction, we can also go here and back into the kennel. And these tracks, we have like these options all the way around the farm, making it super easy for the command training. And when I say command training, that means we teach the lead dogs to go right or left on command. And that has to be taught. Normally they teach it by going together with one of the command leaders who already know it. But sometimes we need to teach them a little bit ourselves. And then using tracks like this with multiple choices is one of the best ways to do that. It's also possible to do it up on the mountain, like when there's snow and no tracks and you can go any direction. But it's a bit more challenging, so we like to start back home here. So this is the last bit of the track. We have this field that's also on our land. And as you can see, the track goes around here, so that we train the dogs here. And here we actually go in winter as well, around the field with the guest ones before we go out in the main track. So we can see that everyone's in control of the dog team before we go out in a more challenging area. The last bit home is this super nice alley that we opened when we moved here. It's the old road between these parts of the land, but it hadn't been used for some years. So we started in our end and our neighbor in the other end and chopped up trees and fixed until we open it again. And now it's just a super nice way to walk or go with the dogs. Just flies by, especially when you spend time with the good people and quality time with the kids. They're helping me with everything around here. But this kind of life doesn't pay for itself. Have to get back to work, have to get back to business. And it's still cold enough, luckily, that we can still do dog sledding on wheels with the dogs to earn some money. But I also have another job, a little project, so the next week now I'm doing that. So please follow us also next week. Remember to subscribe.